back to another edition of Clouds and Coffee here, brought to you by the Internet.
The Internet, where everything is magical.
Brad Dad here with co-host DK.
Hi.
Today, we have no guests. Today, we also have no Mr. Hayden on the sticks.
No Hayden, dude.
We had to change the scheduling of our shoot, unfortunately, due to people sleeping and not waking up as expected.
All right. In my defense, though, he works night shift.
Yes.
And
we did float that day as well.
we floated for, how long was it? We got in at 11, I think. And then we ended up getting out at about, it was towards the evening. Yeah, 6, I'm thinking.
I could look at my call history and see when I called Callie, but
That's a good 7-hour float.
it's good.
It was a good float.
I enjoyed it.
Thank God.
Lot better than Memorial Day.
The
weekend.
last 2 we've been on have been just treacherous, literally treacherous waters. And
So our
you're
first,
just like on high alert the entire time, not relaxing like you should be.
yeah. So we do a Memorial Day float every year. All our friends, we rent a little cabin out on Elk River, and we spend the weekend. Well, I didn't go to the first one. I honestly don't know why.
I didn't either.
The second year that it started is when I hopped in, and the river, it's always high. I mean, that's right in the middle towards the end of our rainy season around here. So the river's always really high. And we get in the river. There was the 5-mile float that first year you and I went, right? So the second year that...
Oh, yeah.
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 So we hop in, and we get stuck on the wrong side of the current. So our other group in their raft, they get out far enough, they're fine. And we're going. We can't get out of the current. We run right into the tree. He tries to hold an oar to kind of push us off, so we don't just smack into it. That probably wasn't.
Are you talking about the first tree?
Yes.
I don't think I did that
maybe that was Goswick.
It was probably Goswick because I fucking laid back, dude.
That's right, because Goswick, he tried to use the oar to kind of bounce us off. Not the smartest idea because
it's too much force, dude.
Yeah.
You can't.
So that's probably
unless
why
you're the Hulk.
He got knocked
ain't
out
the
of the
Hulk.
raft. He got knocked out of the raft, and that's probably why.
That's probably why, dude. He fucking pogoed. Boing, dude. I laid back. I laid back all the way. My head was essentially dunking underwater when I was leaning back, avoiding that tree because that shit was coming.
But like I said, he leaned back, and where we were positioned, I leaned back too because I got knocked out, but my foot was under basically the middle seat, using that to hold on. That's a little trick I learned when I went whitewater rafting in Colorado, that you want to put one foot on the outside of the boat and the one under to kind of help give yourself a little grip.
Yeah.
But
that definitely kept you from falling out.
I was still hanging out pretty much all the way. Head was dipping in the water as we're going under this tree, and thankfully Derek pulled me back up, but our buddy Sean got knocked off the inner tube he was in that was being pulled behind our raft.
Yeah.
And this was literally immediately after getting offshore.
Getting in the boat.
Like, we got out, started paddling, and the current took us in. And then this year, this was the third year.
Everything went fine that trip, though. That was a little bit of a buzzkill, but I just think that woke everybody up and was like, hey, we can't do what you're supposed to do on floating, which is be relaxed and unaware of 90% of your surroundings.
Oh, the first
unless
year?
there's titties involved. Yeah, the first year we went.
Okay. Yeah, we had to we actually had to paddle. Like I said, the river's always high, so you got to do a lot more navigating.
I veto doing that anymore.
Like, so when we went this weekend, river was much lower, much more calm, much more manageable, and we had a lot more free time to just float and have a few beers and enjoy the time that we had. But this year, we went floating on Memorial Day. Water was super high. It
was a little bit higher than the last time because this last year we also did the 8 mile.
Yeah, so we did an extra 3 miles.
Yeah.
Little extra stuff that we weren't used to seeing. But, man, our raft actually this year was the raft that didn't have any issues. We went exactly where we wanted to go and didn't hit a single branch.
Yeah, but...
Well, we did hit the kayak that was blocking the pillars for that low water bridge Because, I mean, we were just coming in hot, and you have clearance. You literally had to duck down in your raft to get under it.
That was wild.
And at that point, you're literally, once you just try to aim for the hole, and then once it's time to duck, you duck and let it just. So, aside from that, no way around that.
Dude, that water was cooking, man. That water
was tough.
I've never been in a river like that. I mean, you're literally anytime, like, say you play in a waterway as a kid. If the water's rushing like that, your mom ain't letting you go out in it. And we're out there in this fucking rushing river.
Yeah.
That's
no life jackets
unforgiving.
on.
No life jackets on.
Drinking alcohol.
You know,
just having a good old time.
Whatever. We got through it.
You don't think about it while you're on there until
we were thinking about
shitty happens.
We were thinking about it.
I think we were thinking about it more this year than we were last year. And definitely sounds like that way from the year before, the first year.
That's because we didn't have – it wasn't like that. We only did the 5 the first year.
Year 1, the year we didn't
And so you just had the really bad part right at the beginning, and then it was a little, like, kind of squirrely right after.
Yeah.
But then after that, it was just calm the rest of the way, and we just got to make a bunch of stops. And
yeah.
Shit, you were even – towards the end of it, you were in your own inner tube.
Yeah.
Just floating on down. That's how calm it was by the end. I mean, it's still flowing, and there's a ton of fucking water, but there's not like
that was one of the best parts of the
obstacles.
float right there is when I let loose from the raft. I sat in the inner tube towards the end, and that's bad timing when I got in it too, because that's when people were starting to get mad because of the situations going on with the kids back home, the babysitter or whatever. They couldn't get in the house.
Really remember what all
but so then bickering started, and then they figured it out, and then we banked, and then you guys kept going to the last embankment.
Oh, yeah.
And that's when the Dr. Phil moment started, and I'm just sitting in this inner tube drinking.
Thank God I wasn't around for that.
And I'm just like, man, I'm so done with this. So
Yeah.
I was like, Jonathan, take this empty beer can and give me 2 more beers and cut me loose. Shove me out. And he did, and I'm floating down the river, a couple beers in hand, sunglasses on, just having a good old time. People passing by, hey, buddy, are you okay? Just raise a beer to him. All right, you need anything? Are you good? I was like, you need another beer? Raise my other hand. Like, all right, man.
Double fisting, dude. That's how you do it.
River folk, man. They're
River folk.
Everybody on the river.
This last time we actually got to be river folk, dude.
It was fun, yeah, because we could actually hop out, have a good time,
hold
just
on
float
to the
with
side
it.
of the float and just kind of drift with it.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
I was swimming under.
That's
Probably
what
wasn't the
floating
smartest
is.
thing to swim under the raft, but
Oh,
popped
did
up
you?
behind Tyler. Just
Oh, yeah, I remember that. Damn, Brad.
yeah, dude, he didn't see it coming.
It was funny. It was for
That was
sure
a good
funny.
time. But anyway, this morning we picked up a little bag of Seattle's best coffee. Just got it from Walmart. It's a port side blend. It's a medium roast.
It's so good.
Actually,
Compared to the other shit we've been drinking.
we tried the same brand, but we tried a dark roast that was pretty good. We drank it black.
That was my favorite
But I really like this.
that we drank
I like
so
a medium
far.
roast.
I like it, but
A little less bitter.
we also have it. It's early. We usually do
also
this at
got
night.
creamer in it. Yeah.
And I was gonna say we've saturated it with creamer. Don't judge. Okay, I'm a big chillin'.
I did. This
just
is not
woke
the
up.
first time trying it. I actually tried it Saturday night
Oh,
when we were
okay.
supposed to record.
My bad. I
did
said,
try it
we're on a
black.
7-hour float. I've been drinking all day. We continued our. We went out to eat and continued drinking, and then came home. I had a little fun time with my girl, and
Just napped it out and
just passed the fuck out, dude. I had 2 alarms set, right?
I should have went over.
Yeah, you should
there.
have just went over.
Just right around the block. I don't know why.
I mean, I appreciate not, but I liked the sleep, but
We provide a service here that we have to.
oh, I know. No, I know. I felt bad.
It's all good. I just stayed up and gamed all night.
That's cool.
Drank the coffee.
That's cool. So today I'm vaping. I've had this flavor before and I hated it, and I got it again, forgetting that I hated it and thinking I liked it. So I've had this for like a little over a week now. It's awful. I don't know the name.
It's awful.
Yeah, I forget the name. Fuck, but it's like it's a funnel cake strawberry, It's fucking disgusting. Like, there's just like almost no flavor. And I mean,
Really?
yeah, that's just because, you know, you get used to the smell after so long.
Yeah.
Like when you first get it, it's like it's all there.
Well, I love pink, man. It's
Right. And some of them don't lose their
but
flavor
I
over
also,
time. The flavor
if
profile.
I find myself going through
Well, they do, but
2
not
or
as
3
much.
bottles in a row,
Yeah.
I will make myself get something else because I don't want to get burnt out. And it's my favorite vape. Obviously that's what I'm vaping. I'm my Old Faithful. But
Well, all the things that are like my favorite, I need to start ordering offline again.
I did finally go back to my Drag 2 because I don't have a torque
I
spit.
didn't notice.
Yeah, I don't have a torque spit that's small enough for those Torx head.
Yeah.
That metal plate that your tank sets on when you screw it in.
Mm-hmm.
Those screws are loose, and that's why that tank was so wobbly.
Yeah.
Well, and it just got so bad. I mean, and then you take it off and it pops up. So I need to find a super small Torx head so I can torque those back
Probably
down.
Best Buy or something. Amazon for sure.
Yeah, probably like.
Do you still like the Drag 1 over the Drag 2? Do you still prefer it?
I like the way the Drag 2 feels. I just aesthetically I like my gold Drag.
Okay.
Like I said, that gold finish grew on me. I thought it was a little tacky at first.
Oh yeah.
But that's what they had, and it just grew on me. And then
You just gonna
All right,
plop
bud.
down on our lights like that?
this is my dog Buddy back there. You've
Can
probably
you see
seen
him
a
under
little.
there? You
Uh,
probably saw him go sit down.
yeah.
Or lay down. He's gonna lay on the lights. Whatever,
He's a
dude.
good boy.
You good dog.
He likes to be a part of things.
What dog doesn't, dude? My dog is in my face. Anytime I sit down, dude, he is propped up with his face in my face. I'm like, dude, I thought animals wouldn't like that, right? Like being so close to your face, making eye contact. But dude, he gets
Yeah,
right.
every dog's different. I
That's
mean,
true,
I
yeah.
think they say like hugging dogs makes them anxious.
Oh, that motherfucker gets all the hugs. I'd be
Yeah.
cuddling that
I'll
boy.
lay down, like I said.
It's my fault. I'm the one that was like, come here and cuddle me, boy.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
it's when I was over at your house the other day, and he's, you said you wanted a cuddling dog. I was like, that's how Buddy is. I'll just lay down, and he'll just plop up and
Yeah.
literally just like full force throw his head on my chest and just poof, here I
You're
am,
like, all right,
pet my belly.
pet me.
That's his spot. Like he doesn't kick. I haven't found a spot where like he kicks his back leg.
Uh-huh.
Maybe some dogs don't have it, but his favorite spot is definitely his belly. Like he'll come up to you and then lay down and then throw his legs up, show you his belly. He's ready.
Yeah, he's
waiting.
ready. He's like, give me the pets.
And then when you stop and he notices you stopped, he'll like take his paw and like dig it under your arm to throw it back on. He's like, hey, give that back. Just
He's a pup.
He's a rescue dog. He loves it.
Dude, I didn't believe how much like rescue pups end up loving you. But
You still have to be cautious. Like, I don't have the time needed for certain shelter dogs. Like a dog that's in a shelter because it was abused.
yeah,
Unfortunately, I don't have the time needed for an animal
kind of
like that
rehabilitation.
for what they would need.
yeah.
But there are people out there that they love doing that. Be able to show dogs that people do love them. It's just I don't have the time to give for that type of situation.
Yeah, and that's good to know yourself like that because save it so that for someone who does, so you don't have to take the dog back and then it gets some kind of emotional upsetness.
And I'm glad that the shelters that we were looking at, and maybe this is all of them nationwide, but they'll let you know the type of energy that dog has.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they can really only attest for the way it is out their shelter, but they said Buddy was a medium energy dog.
Yeah.
I think now that he's warmed up, he's a little bit higher energy, but nothing like Arrow.
Arrow's super high energy. See, the only warning I got was when I was already signing the papers.
Oh, by the way.
And the head lady came out and she was like, "So, what made you want this breed of dog?" And I was just like, "I want a high energy dog that I can take on walks with me and do stuff with, so it helps me stay active." And so she was like, "All right, cool. He knows he's a high energy dog and isn't going to bring him back and be like, I can't handle this dog." So, yeah, we worked out. I mean, he's hard to train. You got to be on it. He's came a long way.
Yeah.
A long way. He's such a good dog. I'm really happy it worked out. and him and my roommate's dog get along real well. For the most part, she doesn't want to play with him like he wants to play with her, but she tolerates him for the most part.
Well, she's an older dog
She
too.
is old. She's like 9 or 10.
Like she's just like, get the fuck back.
Well, Abby's dog is like 13, I think. A small little wiener dog. Dude, he's a spry motherfucker. He plays with Arrow.
Really?
Yeah, he's fucking hilarious. And his fucking little waddle, dude, because he's a wiener and he's just like
And growing up,
chasing after you.
We had a
He's
wiener dog.
hilarious.
We called him Oscar. He was Oscar Mayer, the wiener dog.
That's original.
Hey, man, I was a kid, dude. I was like 5 and 6.
Yeah, it's not original at all.
Give me
That's
credit.
probably better. I like this height better.
Yeah.
Yep. It feels good. I keep fidgeting, man. I don't know what to do with my hands, you know?
That's original, yeah. My dog name from like 5 years old is
Hey, what's your wiener dog's name? Is it fucking Oscar? Yes. That's just how I feel every conversation would go when you're introducing the dog. Yes, it is. You got a problem with that? No, man. Fucking
Well, I mean, we
got
have a
your
dog
lockout.
named Buddy,
Yeah.
and then we
Wasn't he already named Buddy?
yeah.
Yeah.
That's the name.
That the
They-
shelter gave him?
Yeah, or yeah, I guess whoever gave it to him, that's the name. We didn't change it.
Mm.
Peterman, his name was Pistol Pete when we picked him up from.
Pistol Pete.
So we changed it just to Pete.
Was that
Peterman.
that 70s show reference?
I don't think so.
What,
I don't know.
What did he say? Bob. It was Bob. You know Bob?
Oh yeah.
When
Hey
he's-
there, hi there, ho there.
Well, that's hilarious. But they're doing the Eric and Red are doing that little father-son thing competition
Oh yeah.
against Seth Green and that other dude. I forget his name.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Hi there, folks. I'm Pistol Pete," or some shit like that. It's fucking.
I think I remember it now.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I remember that episode when you said the father-son thing.
Yeah.
So now I'm picturing him. Yeah, he's kind of dressed up in some like trapper wear or something.
That was
like
a hilarious episode.
That 70s show
Oh
is just
my
a funny
God.
show in
Dude,
general.
that's a great show. Fantastic show. 10 out of 10. Except, what's his name? Who plays Eric? Do you know his name?
Topher Grace, right? Topher Grace.
No, there's no way.
Yes.
No way. Well, hang on.
Bet me.
Okay, hang on.
Bet me.
It's Topher Grace. Whoa, dude, he was born in 59? What?
Really?
Wait. No, there's no way this fucking guy is 60 years old. Why is it telling me? Hang on, is it pulling it from Wikipedia?
Go to his IMDb.
Hang on. I just got somebody's fucking trolling at Google.
That would be 80 years old. 81 years old.
No, it's 60.
What, you said 59?
59.
Okay, yeah, sorry. Yeah, I was thinking
61 is what it'd be.
My math is great. I can do it.
No shit. See, this is why we host a podcast and not teach at the community college.
Yes. This is
Know your strengths and your weaknesses.
math is mine. Strength.
I don't know. Fucking Wikipedia isn't clearing this up for me. Wait. How does it not have his birthday? Whatever, dude. I'm not going to search that hard for it. Google says fucking 59, but I don't believe that for... Hang on. All right. Topher Grace birthday. We're going to type this in because this is fucking ridiculous.
I thought that's what you were doing.
Oh, maybe it's saying Eric Foreman's birthday is 59. There it is. Topher Grace birthday. July 12th, 1978. So he's 42. Damn. That's still wild. 42. No shit. Dude, he looks young as fuck, man. It's just one of those
Well,
faces, I
that
guess.
70s show came out at the beginning of the 2000s, didn't it? Like 2005.
Yeah, and I guess I really haven't seen him anything since like that shitty Spider-Man.
He was in Predator.
He was in Predator?
Predators.
The newest one?
No.
Oh.
This was after the first release. It probably came out in like 2000. 9 or 10 when we were in high school because I remember buying it. But it's basically the predators bring these top predators of Earth to their planet. So it's like basically like a couple army commandos, stuff like that, serial killer.
Okay, yeah, it was Predators. It was released in 2010. Nice. Shit.
Knowledge podcast. That's why we do it.
I've
Know your strengths, know your weaknesses.
I
Go
don't
to
think
school,
I've seen
kids.
that. I don't
Learn
think I've
math.
seen that. School's great. I love school. I wish I loved it when I was younger.
I like learning. I just don't like school.
You just don't like math.
I don't like the standardization of learning.
The standardized who?
The standardization of learning.
Oh, just how general it is. It's like
The way
or
the way that it's formatted.
how it's structured.
Yeah, they have it a one size fits all structure, and learning is not a one size fits all thing. Everyone learns at different paces. Everyone learns differently, but they expect you to be at a certain level every single year, depending on where you're at. I mean, they have like all year round schools, but the premise is still the same. They expect you to be at a certain level by a certain age, which is understandable. But again, everyone learns at a different pace and different ways.
This has been my thought on how to combat that, because it is a big issue in this country. I think everybody is capable of being just as smart as anybody else. A lot of the problem is environment, the way you're raised. There's a lot of shitty parents who don't, like, you may be a great parent actually, but you just don't emphasize education with your kid, and so it just gets lost behind. And then again, like you were saying, there is a problem with how school education is set up. What I think needs to happen, I've thought about this a little bit, is because you take these tests, I forget the name of the test, but it'll show you what kind of what your learning style is, and it'll tell you your personality type and all that shit. And it can help determine what the best way for you to learn is. And really, there's probably, let's say 6. There's probably at most 6. Maybe there's some very specialized ways some people learn, like if you have a quote-unquote disability, because autistic people are smart as fuck. Like, they just focus in on one thing, and they can hone the shit out of whatever that is. And so there's potential for people who have, like I said, a disability. I think we just need just different ways of learning for these people with different ways, or with different.
I mean, I guess a counter argument to that would be there's private, schooling, which is not affordable for everyone.
No. Yeah, no. This needs to be available to the public.
Yes. The school right down the road, which is where Calvin's going to in elementary,
Mm-hmm.
they have you got to sign your kid up, and they stick with it basically all through school, but it's a dual language. So from kindergarten through, I think all of elementary, they get taught in English and in Spanish.
Well, yeah, that's because our area.
But I mean, that's the only school that does it in the area.
Fairview does it too.
But that's what I'm saying. Yeah, Fairview.
Does he go to?
Yeah, he's going to.
Oh, well,
not his daycare. Yeah. No, when he goes.
Yeah, I would definitely sign my kid up for that, because there's a lot of research that shows using and knowing a second language does something to your brain.
I think they're saying by the time
That's
that
very
they go to middle school,
they're
100% fluent.
That'd be fucking nuts. Yeah.
Yeah, but then I'm gonna have to learn Spanish so I can make sure my son's not talking shit behind my back.
Hey, that's cool, man. That's cool.
Hey, I know cuss words too, son.
Pendejo. Listen, watch the motherfuck out. El Chupacabra.
Although frowned upon, folks, it is not illegal to call your child an asshole.
Pendejo. That's it. That's exactly how you say it. I live in a town with probably 50% Latino residents. That is how you say it. Pendejo. Don't get it twisted. They'll call you out on your accent. That's crazy to think about, when you notice the accent of other people when they're trying to speak English, a foreigner's trying to speak English. But you never really, I didn't think about it for a long time, and that we have an accent too, and we try to speak other languages. That's wild. Just,
Yeah.
I mean, that was like a third grade thought. Fuck, dude. This shit's crazy.
Well, hell, just the range of accents in the same state
In just
that we
this country?
have.
Oh, in the same state?
Let's just say the 4-state area. I mean, you can tell there's.
Well, yeah, you go to
in
like
that area.
you get in a big city, you're gonna find a more urban accent most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
You get to where we're at on the countryside, you're gonna hear "ope" a lot. Well, I think everybody says that in the Midwest area.
Ope.
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 Dude, I'd be willing to bet that everybody says it, or they have at least in every corner of the country their own version of it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why ours is "ope," but I'm sure other places go "ah." Or just like completely freak out. Holy shit! I'm sorry. Didn't mean to. And we're casual. Oh, my bad.
Oh.
Sorry. Excuse me.
Yeah, we have a language of our own down here.
It's not that, my accent isn't bad until I'd say something. I'll catch myself saying some stuff and I'll be like, damn, that was a heavy accent. Like, that thing right there. Sometimes I'll really throw in that thick act, and I just do it by accident. But I think it's funny. I think in previous thought I was like, "That's funny. I should just make fun of it," and then it sticks. And so now I'm just every once in a while that thing right there. Hey, give me that thing right there. Comes through, and that's how it starts.
I noticed it a lot more when I was in Danbury. The accent, like my accent, coming out,
like you have like a
being
contrast
heightened a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, no, I one thing we got here in the Midwest, it probably happens everywhere. I don't know. I see it more reference to this, but it's the Midwest goodbye.
What's that?
So
I don't even know what that is.
Once I tell you what it is, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about, hopefully. But basically, Midwest goodbye, and again, like I said, this is probably everywhere, same concept, called something different, but like. And I caught myself doing it yesterday when I was over at your house.
Okay.
Or maybe it was the other day. But basically, I tell you, all right, man, I'm going to go ahead and hop up out of here. Got some stuff I got to do. All right, man, see you later.
That's the best way to leave a conversation.
No. And then we come back into the conversation. I stay another 10, 15 minutes.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I do that. I've never heard it a Midwest goodbye, but that's just like.
I mean, this can happen 3 or 4 different times.
Right.
Like, all right, yeah, I need to get out of here. Yeah, all right, well, don't forget about this. Oh, yeah, I won't. I remember. You remember that? And it just goes on to another conversation.
I hate when that would happen to me with coworkers at my old job, because a lot of them were like some true hicks, and they don't have a lot of the same interests that I do, so they'll usually be talking about things that I don't give a fuck about, and they just keep bringing the conversation. I'm like, well, man, hey, I got to get back to work, so, bye. And they'll and you're like walking away, and they're still talking.
Hey,
man.
Hey, but I also got to tell you about
oh, all right, I'll get on that. It's fucking, But back to the education thing. I think if you just had, again, I'm throwing out a number, but six different types of ways of learning, I think you'll see just how smart everybody can be. For sure. We don't put enough resources into education, and that's how invest in your future. Start there. And look how far we came when public education became a human right. And once that was incorporated into America, look how fucking big we are. You think that has nothing to do with the fact that public schooling became a thing? I think it was, I want to say Thomas Jefferson that said we need public schooling for all. Or he might have said libraries. Somebody said both. I'm not fucking sure.
history. Know your strengths, know your weaknesses.
I like history a lot.
I love history too. History is great.
And so, for example, in 6th grade, I had a 3rd grade reading level, just going with the flow, right? And it was determined that I wasn't, like, in the middle of the semester, the first semester of 6th grade, they're like, hey, he needs to go somewhere else. And it wasn't really what it was, is because I didn't want to fucking, like, I don't know, that how they do it is usually boring. And I just was bored, and so I wouldn't pay attention, drift off into space, daydream. And then I went to this other class. It was a program called Read 180 that they had for, and so you go in, and there's 3 separate stations. One that you work with the teacher, like some paperwork, and you go over shit. Then there was another section with just a computer, and you did like vocabulary. And then the 3rd station was like some reading station that you sat there, and you had, so it was 2 class periods. Man, in one semester, it was a. I think I was there the rest of the year. I'm pretty sure. I'm not quite sure how it fucking panned out. Either half the semester or the rest of the year. I ended up with an 8th grade reading level by the end of it, from 3rd to 8th, within 1 year. And it's just like, that just shows that different programs are going to benefit other people. Right. It's not that I'm stupid. It's not that I can't fucking read. I love to read. I'm a pretty good reader.
I'm not a great. I mean, I read good. I just don't like reading. I'll brag on myself a little bit. Back when in elementary school, for like 1st and 2nd grade, when everyone was doing Hooked on Phonics,
yeah,
I got to go read chapter books.
Nice. In what grade?
Like 1st and 2nd grade.
Oh. My mom bought me Hooked on Phonics, and we just see she had the right intentions to invest some time with me into education. She read to me a couple times, but not nearly enough. I want to read to my kid like every night.
This was in school.
If I can.
It was like phonics.
I know.
I don't think it was. Did they sell Hooked on Phonics?
Yeah.
To like,
that shit was on TV and shit.
That's right.
Hooked on, I don't know the.
Do you remember the Fuzzy commercials? It's like Wazzy or
Fuzzy
or something.
Yeah, for Spanish.
Like Spanish. And
I wanted that when I was a kid. I was like, dude, I want that. I want to learn Spanish. Because at that time, my mom was dating or was married to a Mexican, a man of Mexican origin. And so we'd go to like family gatherings and stuff, and everybody there is Hispanic, and they're all speaking Spanish. And I got a lot of Hispanic culture in my life in my younger years.
Yeah,
it was really cool to think back on and really look at it and analyze it. It was pretty cool. It was a nice way of saying. And I went to Mexico in 3rd grade when I was 8. I had a fucking bowl cut, bleach blonde hair, deep in Mexico. I'm walking down a dirt road on the side of going to a general store, and I got a group of like Hispanic Mexican kids playing soccer on this dirt road just in the middle of town. Hey, güero, vente pa acá, güero. And I'm just like walking along like, oh God, I don't speak Spanish, guys. I'm sorry. I was just returning a glass bottle so I could get a free Coke. Man, or like 5 cents off or something. They fucking do that shit down. You can't do that shit here. You know how you got a glass? And then a Coke was only, in our money, $1. I guess it was $1. It was 10 pesos. So it was like $1. I think it was like 5 pesos off or something. So it's like 50 cents. You just return the other bottle. It was badass. Different way of life down there. I don't remember what city we were driving through this one time, but it was essentially like there were essentially villas is what it was. Like I think that's how you would explain it. Like we're driving through this city and there's a mountain range going through the city and there's houses built on the side of this mountain. We went up into them because my mom's husband at the time, his sister lived up in one of those, and it was so cool, dude. You go up the flight of stairs and there's like houses, obviously, as you're walking, and you get on yours, and it's just really just like this concrete slab with a shed built here that is where your bed is and shit, and like a chilling shed right here for your living room, and then there was like a shower area, and that was it. And it's just like, I mean, you got this, I'd assume, a gorgeous view, and you're obviously poor, so really poor people aren't gonna fuck with poor people, man. I don't think. You know, you're not gonna have to worry. I don't think you'd have to worry about robbing and shit. I don't know. I'm sure it's not safe, especially with the cartel. I've heard recently that it's getting amped up down there. The cartel. I think the Mexican army's having a pretty big problem with the cartel right now.
Yeah, I think I did see something where the president has tasked the military with handling customs and border down there. I think that's what I was reading.
Oh, shit. I have nothing significant. I just said, oh, shit. Because I typed something wrong. Mexican soldiers kill 12 in cartel clash near border. That was July 3rd, 2020. Yeah, I think it's getting bad down there. That was recent, dude. Shit.
Yeah, it's the borders where it's all crazy at with the cartel. Just drugs in general.
Shit, they just fly that shit in. They ain't trying to take it in no damn tunnel.
I don't know.
Probably.
I don't think I'm sure every once in a while some shit gets flown in.
Dude, they're so rich. They're so rich. You know, they
the cartels?
Yeah.
They got a lot of money.
They essentially have, it's their own government, you know? I wouldn't be surprised if Mexico becomes split in half. One side becomes a dictatorship and the other side, I think they're a democracy, I'm pretty sure. But they're just corrupt as fuck. Do I think some shit? I think anything's possible.
Well, yeah, obviously.
I think we could have a civil war here, for sure. Probably. You know, with the way the political system's going, this two-party bullshit. I mean, that's fucking. And here, obviously, here recently. I mean, I'm sure. I don't know. I wasn't alive in the '80s or conscious in the early '90s. I was a baby. I don't know how politics were then. You know, there was some divide, but from what I hear, I don't think it was anything like what it is now. And so, do you need to let him out or something?
You gotta go outside, dude. You just came back in. What's up, man? You just want loving? You just want some loving?
Maybe you just need some loving, dude.
Because I did. He went outside right before.
Yeah, I know. I saw him outside when I pulled up.
He was barking to come back in.
Yeah.
He's eating, drank some water.
The whole world's just. Is it really 11:20?
No, it'd be 10:20.
Oh, okay. That's still pretty late.
Since I bought that when I was on the East Coast, I set it to East Coast time, and I just haven't ever changed it back.
Maybe it's 9:20 then.
No, East Coast is 1 hour ahead of us.
I know, but I'm thinking of time difference and like if there was a, you know what? Never mind.
But it auto updates.
It's 10:19.
Told you.
Yeah, I guess you are hooked up to the internet.
Strengths
but you don't hardly ever get on this. You don't hardly ever get on this.
Well, I don't really get on it.
Listen, I just had a theory. You don't gotta. All you do is sit over there and criticize. Now listen, we can all agree that the mask could have been done better. However,
I love Django. It's such a funny movie,
dude. Quentin Tarantino, that man has had a fucking career.
Yeah, all right, you gotta go back outside. You got the poo poos. You gotta go outside. All right, folks. I'll be right back. I gotta take the dog outside. The doggy's gotta pee. He's gotta pee. It's gonna be.
All right, we're just gonna take a break then. And we're back. I don't even think I think you're just muted.
And we're back.
We're back.
So, dog didn't want to go outside. Don't know what that was all about.
Yeah. I think he just likes being downstairs more.
Well, that's why I left the door open.
Yeah. Yeah, that was weird. What was that about?
I don't know.
He just wanted to hold your hand down there.
It is cooler down there, so maybe.
Probably. I don't know. Feels pretty good. So, for me. But, yeah. I mean.
Well, it also, it's still morning time, so it hasn't had all day to heat up.
Oh, yeah.
Here.
Does it get.
It doesn't get bad. It's not unbearable.
Right.
Especially when you have a fan blowing on you. But I have that fan right there kind of blowing this way, so that's probably also why it feels good.
Yeah. You like that cup?
Dude, this is my water cup.
I feel you.
This, like.
Because it's good sized. You fit a lot of water
Kansas
in
City
there.
Chiefs. Best team.
I mean, yeah.
Like, I have like that Ozark Trail tumbler that keeps your ice water cold for like 8 hours, you know, that I could use. But I don't know, just something about a jar like this for water, just no ice, just
That's
straight out of the faucet.
I understand for the house. See, you just need one of those. You just need a lid, one of those straws that go right in. Except, I mean, it just wouldn't keep it as cold as long. That ice is gonna melt. Imagine, okay.
Nah, dude, I like room temperature water. I just love water. Like when you picked me up to go to Taco Bell that one day. And like this is what I was carrying, just water, just out of the faucet. No ice, just drinking me some water.
You need to get a filter. You need to get a filter on your sink.
I have a filter. I just never put it on because I like the city water.
I mean, our city water is really
but
good.
I probably should still filter.
Probably
it.
should filter it, but it is pretty good city water in comparison. Like, dude, I go to Web City. I've probably said this before on here. I know I've said it before many a time to people, but Web City water, tap water, tastes like dirt.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of it.
Tastes like dirt. It's really nasty.
It's crazy how just the next city over can have completely different tasting water.
Right. Well,
That's where they get it from.
I bet it's just that it's like really minerally there. It's probably not the best way of saying that. There are a lot of minerals in the ground because they do a lot of mining in that area.
I smell minerals.
You know, digging up limestone and shit, which they do here.
Movie?
Huh?
Remember that movie?
What?
Bench warmers.
Oh yeah.
I smell cinnamon rolls.
When the fuck did they say that?
When they're in the movie theater, it's the old manager. He's like, Marty, I'm taking off. I don't even know who you are. He's like, and he says something as he leaves, then he just flips.
Oh, the dwarf dude?
No, the old man in the movie store.
Fuck, dude, I don't remember, man. It's been so long since I've seen that movie, and that just wasn't apparently a standout part.
That's to me, that's one of the best parts right there. I smell cinnamon rolls.
I definitely need to rewatch it. It's been a long time. It was a really good movie.
They have
I think it's still on Netflix.
No, it's a sequel.
Oh, ew.
Yeah, I haven't watched it. I haven't tried.
Dude, yeah, don't. It probably sucks ass.
I remember there used to be a movie on Netflix. Anyone out there that actually has watched it, let me know. But I think it was called Rubber, and it was basically about a homicidal tire.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. Well, I haven't watched it, but yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I started it like 2 or 3 different times, and I don't think I got more than 15 minutes into it. So like I said, anyone out there that has watched it, let me know. Let me know what happens. Because I don't even have – I have the interest to read it in a comment, but I don't have the interest to even just Google like a synopsis of it or anything like that.
I think I was told about that movie in like 9th grade, and I was like, "There's no way there's a movie."
A great movie. I don't know if you watched it yet, but a great blew me away.
Don't say Sharknado.
No, no, that blew me away at how much I actually liked it, how good I actually thought it was, and how much I actually laughed compared to what obviously I judged a book by its cover.
Yeah.
I can't remember the reason why I decided to go ahead and finally give it a try and watch it on Netflix. But it's called Tucker and Dale vs. Evil.
Oh,
I think I've told you about it before.
Yeah, I've seen it. Or at least parts of it.
I have watched that movie at least a dozen times.
Dude, some of those spoof movies are really good.
It's not really a spoof movie, though. Like, it's not... It might be spoofing another movie.
It's not spoofing another movie. Well, it could be.
But
anyway,
it's just at the end of it all, it is just a big misunderstanding. To put it lightly, it is a
spoiler alert.
Big misunderstanding. But definitely go out, give that movie a watch. Dude, I laugh every single time I watch it.
Have you seen Haunted House?
Isn't that the Wayne's brother movie?
Yeah.
No.
There's one part where he like calls over his cousin, and him and his thug friends come over, and he's like, I don't know. They're looking around. He's like, yo, where's this ghost at, Ray? Where's this ghost at? And they're walking around. And he's like, Ray. They're like trying to calm him down. And he's like, what? Show yourself. And he's like, I don't know. They reaffirm that it's a ghost. He's like, oh shit, like a ghost?
Ghost?
Yeah, they turn around. They're spoofing Paranormal Activity. Yeah. He turns around.
Okay,
He's like,
I know what movie you're
what
talking
happened to your
about.
furniture, cuz? And it's just like, oh man, they're talking like, yeah, the ghost had sex with my girl. And he's like, you let him fuck your girl, cuz? I've been trying to fuck your girl, cuz. This shit cracked me up, dude. Oh fuck.
No,
I've been trying to fuck your girl, cuz. And then he's got his friend like all up on the girl like this, like, and he's like cross-eyed and shit. And so he's like scoping her out. I don't know what the fuck he's doing. He's like, the chick's like, can you back your friend up, please? He goes, hey, back the pelvis up 2 inches, but stay up on her dough. Oh my god, dude.
I like the Wayans brother movies, man.
Fuck, dude.
They're funny.
That part was hilarious.
I actually need to go give that movie a watch. I think I've seen like the first like 15 or 20 minutes of it. Like, aren't they like moving into the house or something like that?
I don't know. I don't think I've even watched that movie all the way through.
Really?
To be honest, maybe I think I did once, and if you don't watch it multiple times, you just kind of forget, or at least that's how it goes for me.
Maybe that's why I remember the Benchwarmers so much. I bought that movie when I was like 13, like when it just came out.
Yeah,
this is when Blu-ray was just starting to come out, and I did for the life of me. Because I also didn't have internet.
You didn't put 2 and 2 together.
But I didn't know what Blu-ray was.
Right.
What the fuck is Blu-ray?
Oh, shit. Yeah, your dad or mom isn't the most technologically advanced.
Well, we never really had internet. When we did have internet, it was always dial-up.
Mm-hmm.
But then we also always lived outside of city limits.
Yeah.
So it was like...
That's understandable.
It sucked.
Yeah.
Dude, trying to pull up a boobie on the internet, dial-up.
Dude, I played RuneScape on dial-up at my grandma's. That was rough. Waiting for that motherfucker to load. Hey, it still played it, though. Thank God, because I love RuneScape. I mean, I don't play it so much anymore, but I loved it as a kid. Golly, that was just the coolest fucking thing to me. It was such a fun game. So many memories on that game. I sucked.
Yeah.
I didn't. Also poor, so I couldn't afford membership. So just like doing free-to-play shit like a...
Yeah, I didn't know what Blu-ray was until they came out with HD.
The red boxes that didn't last.
Yeah, and then there was a competition of, well, this movie's in HD, and you had to have a separate DVD player for HD, and then you had to have a Blu-ray player for Blu-rays.
Yeah,
and certain movies had certain things, you know. I can't remember the reason why I thought I was going to be a fan of HD.
I don't know.
Blu-ray.
It was cheaper.
Wasn't it Microsoft that was like
pushing HD
over Blu-ray?
Probably.
Maybe that's why, because I was an Xbox fanboy, so it's like, man, Microsoft's got to be better.
Yeah, I think that couldn't the 360 handle an HD movie?
You had to buy a fucking add-on little fucking. It's probably the size of my drone case.
What?
That plugged in. It was like an accessory you had to buy. I think it was like $100. That was a dedicated HD DVD player.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
That's the most 80s thing I've ever heard about our generation.
That's part of the reason why I think it fucking died out, is because
it didn't just come standard on the console?
Yeah, I think if it would have came standard on the console,
it would have helped. Blu-ray, I think, still would have won,
probably,
though. Just because I'm pretty sure the reason for that is that Blu-ray discs allow more data on them.
Is it?
Yeah, there's just more space. Even then, the way I don't know how they're gonna do movies. Probably just streaming service is the best way, because it's so much data. If you get movies in 4K, like a 2-hour, 3-hour movie in 4K, that's a huge download. So, I mean, they're probably just gonna have to stick to
rent the disc.
No. Well, what I'm getting at is I don't think Blu-rays are gonna have the space eventually. I mean, we're gonna go to 8K eventually.
I mean, they already got 4K Ultra HD Blu-rays.
Yeah, I know, but eventually we're gonna get, our resolution is gonna be so high that they're just not gonna have enough space on a Blu-ray disc.
They're they're gonna develop something that it's either gonna compress it without losing its
you're gonna lose a
quality,
little bit.
or they're gonna be able to figure out a way to increase storage space on the disc. I mean, that's probably what's gonna happen. Or
I think it's going all digital. I mean, that's just like the smartest way to do it.
Yeah, but then you lose out on a market of people that don't have, internet capabilities as of right now. Obviously, that could change.
No, they'll just downscale the amount of discs that they make. I mean, eventually, okay, when like Starlink's available, there ain't gonna be no excuses for people not having internet. Not anymore.
Affordability.
No, he's making it super cheap. I'll look up the cost of what it's supposed to cost.
Oh, is it?
Yes, he wants to give like everybody gigabyte internet for like I think $35 a month.
Yeah.
There's no reason nobody should have that. And I'm pretty sure he's going to make like communication free, like cell phones. It's kind of like Kingsman. You ever see Kingsman? When they were giving away the cell phones, and you just like paid the one-time fee, and then you had awesome cell phone service for free or something forever. Isn't that how it worked out? Something like that. Where Samuel L. Jackson?
Maybe.
What the fuck?
I've seen
me
the
not
Kingsman.
remember.
I've seen
you don't
the
remember
Kingsman.
Kingsman.
I remember the Kingsman.
But you remember fucking the weirdest part in bench warmers.
Cinnamon rolls.
I smell cinnamon rolls. That's what he remembers. Jeez,
know
Louise.
your strengths.
What was I supposed to look up? How to. Damn it. I done forgot. Know your weaknesses. I should have just typed it out. All right there. Shit.
What were we doing?
I don't fucking know, dude.
Cost of internet and then free cell phones.
How much is Starlink going to cost? And the verdict is, the CEO floated the idea of a figure somewhere between 100 and 300. That means, all in all, Starlink could launch for somewhere around the $80 per month mark, plus an extra 100 to 300 for installation costs.
So still affordability.
Dude, $80. What? Okay, so what if it replaces internet, television, cell phone?
I mean, if that's like an all-inclusive package price, it's different.
I'll look into it, but I think that's what he's planning. I'm pretty sure. So, I mean, take that with... If that's the case, right? You know?
Yeah, and so I get that.
Yeah, take it away.
Still gonna have the people that just don't want internet, though.
That's a reference I've been making lately that nobody is getting. Yeah, take it away. It's gonna be a bumpy ride. You know?
I'll do Harry Potter.
Harry Potter, thank you. I've been saying that like over video games, and people are like, "What the fuck?" Like, dude, you don't know the Harry Potter references? Get out of my chat. Get out of my chat. I can't expand.
Ron
Weasley. Dude, 10 out of 10 video. You know what else is a 10 out of 10 video? That new Belle Delphine video.
Oh, God.
Dude. This is how I feel about it. Good for her. Okay? She has found a way to make money off of people willing to throw money at them for a girl showing nothing and being just like this super brat about it. I think it's awesome. Like she made a music video. I don't know if she wrote it though. I'd like to know if she wrote the song. You could definitely tell she did like 2 videos, one for YouTube, and then I think this one's probably on her OnlyFans. But she's just exploiting the market, and like I said, good for her. I think it's a good thing for her. You know, I have no problem with girls selling nudes to guys who want to buy them because, I mean, dudes have made that market.
It's porn.
Yeah,
it's like paying a subscription to a porn site.
Yeah. And she's not even showing anything.
As long as it's to consenting adult age.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, in my opinion, brothels should be legal too. Like, why the fuck not? Have I said that on here before? I probably have.
Nevada, man.
I'll end up repeating myself a lot, but
I mean,
brothels
I
should
think,
be legal, man.
I think a lot more people are starting to feel
that way about it.
About prostitution.
Yeah.
I mean, it's with the whole, hey man, it's
their body.
Yeah. Let me
do what the fuck they want.
Yeah. I think Bill Burr said it, man. He's like, I'm pro leave people the fuck alone and let them do what they want.
If these conspiracies are true, and all these politicians are going to brothels and doing sex trafficking and shit, why the fuck? Why go through all that instead of just making it legal? It's got to be the image. They don't want to. They think that that's the image people want is, a straight cut guy. But, like, I mean, just explain rationally why you think it's a good idea. There's tax revenue from it. There'll be better regulation so these girls are safer when they're doing this type of work. And, it's what people want. People want fucking sex. Like, let them have sex. So,
I agree.
What's the big deal? There's not a big deal. It's not a big deal to go on an app, hook up with somebody, but you can't charge money for it so that you can have a career. It just doesn't make sense to me. Why is letting someone do things to your body that isn't like murder or something just like completely morally, naturally weird? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't see the big deal.
Well, make a consenting age for that 21, not 18. That way it gives everyone just a little bit more time to mature and decide if that's something that
should
they
I say
really
25 even?
I
say 25.
That may even be a better age.
I say 25 for drugs, cigarettes, alcohol, all that shit.
Gives everyone
cigarettes
a chance
are drugs.
to really mature and make a really informed decision on whether or not that's the line of work they really want to do. That way they don't feel pressured or taken advantage of. Yeah, 25 even. For me, there was, I feel, a noticeable difference in how I thought about things when I turned 25. And I mean, I'm only going on 27. I'm 26 in August, 1 month. I'll be 27. I feel like there was a definite difference in my way of thinking when I turned 25. Well, you know how they say like every 7 years, all your cells have been replenished. And then you know how they say like in marriages, there's a 7-year itch.
What's 7-year itch?
Like, a lot of marriages end up. I get maybe it's statistics, I don't know, but like the 7 years is when marriages apparently are supposed to start getting like rough for a lot of couples. I think part of that, my theory behind it is with the whole cell regeneration over 7 years. I think every 7 years, since your body is replacing those, you're completely changing.
Yeah.
A lot more.
You evolve.
Yeah. To a certain degree.
Microevolutions.
And so
encoding your DNA for the next generation.
Yeah. So
how wild, dude.
So
how fucking wild.
I think maybe that's how when you said, you felt like you thought differently after 25,
right.
You think by 21 that's, your third stage. So now you're halfway through your fourth stage. So you're starting to notice all your thought patterns changing. There's probably no scientific basis behind this, but
I'm sure there is.
We are scientists here.
They've studied that shit.
But I think to a certain degree it makes some sense.
Of course,
and
it makes sense.
I think the whole 7-year itches in marriages. I think why people have,
I mean, the fact that all of your cells change, like in 7 years, like. All of them are going to die off and change into something different. And that's all of what you are comprised of, your consciousness, how everything's operating within your body is just cells or doing different things, have different jobs to do, like everything. Why would we not change if what makes us has changed completely? And if it completely changes from what it was to what it is now in 7 years, why would we not change in that 7 years? Why would that not be the cause? You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's definitely a fair assumption, and it probably has more merit than a lot of theories that would be out there.
Like you said, scientist. I have not studied this. This is the best method.
I mean, shit, dude.
It's not the best.
This is how it all
method.
starts, though. Scientists didn't know shit before there was the science field. Before there was a designated, they didn't know. They called it something else, or before a lot of it was philosophy. They thought philosophy was the way to go, mostly. Not a lot of physical science, and then astronomy came along, and they started. For the modern age, astronomy's been around for ages and ages, and they were calculating star positions. And supposedly there's a tablet that was found from like 12,000 years ago, and it shows the solar system with the sun as the center of the earth, and all the 9 planets and relative distance with, they're working with a chisel and fucking hammer, chisel and hammer, and it's accurate enough for what they had to deal with. And we've only started looking at the stars through a telescope and mapping them out within the past, I think it started in the 1600s with Isaac Newton. I could be wrong on that.
Maybe Galileo.
Galileo, that's right. I think you're right. Yeah, Galileo. In like the 1600s. So we're so conceited and ignorant to think that we're just the highest that the human race has gone. Like, how? I wish I could time travel, dude. I wish I could see what it was like back in like ancient Egypt or some of the other ancient humans. Yeah.
I was watching some stuff, some like unsolved mystery, like some of the craziest, like
some of the craziest conspiracies you'll ever fucking.
Well,
not conspiracies, but
these aren't
theories.
Yeah. No, these aren't conspiracy theories or
not
theories
conspiracies, but theories.
No, these
okay,
are like unsolved stories, basically. And I think it was called like the Vigneton. I'm pronouncing that.
Are you talking about the new Unsolved Mysteries on Netflix?
No.
The old one that was on TV?
No. This is just
what's the TV show called?
It's not a TV show. It's just videos on the internet.
Okay.
Sorry. It's called like the Vigneton files or manuscript. But basically it was like, I want to say like a few hundred pages. I just watched a YouTube video on it. I hate that I don't remember the pronunciation of it. It's going to drive me crazy. Let me look it up really quick.
I tried to look it up. It was like, this is the first time. Usually Google just like, hey, I didn't find shit. But this one was like, it looks like there aren't any great matches for your search.
So sorry. The video I was watching was the top 10 creepiest mysteries you never heard of.
Okay. So it's some YouTube video.
Yeah, there's an ad. That's. Come on. Let me skip.
Are you going? Yeah, never mind.
I should pay YouTube Red because I hate ads.
YouTube Red is honestly probably the best subscription choice that you can have because you don't get ads. And you can lock your screen and listen to whatever the hell's playing. I think, and you can make playlists and shit. Honestly, I think I should go with that over Spotify. I like Spotify a lot, but I think YouTube Red is, or Premium, whatever it is.
Yeah, but I
better.
think because Jerry has YouTube Red, and we would listen to it on breaks at work and stuff.
Right.
And we literally, at one point, the entire break, we listened to the same song 4 times because within, like, the way it brings up new playlists or new songs and stuff based on what you listen to, it just kept playing the same song, but it was different videos, like, so maybe different lyric videos or music videos.
Okay, so it
like
just
that.
didn't have, like, the best recommendation.
Yeah, and it didn't have, at least
system.
at that time, I don't know if it had, like, a playlist options. Like,
yeah, and that makes sense because it's not
obviously things
geared towards
evolve,
just music, and hopefully they figure that out. It's fucking Google, man.
Yeah,
it's fucking Google. They'll figure it out unless they don't want to make it the best because they have Google Music, Android Music. I think it's called Google Music or Play Shop. What's the shop called? Play Store Music or whatever the fuck they got.
So it's called the Voynich manuscript, Voynich manuscript. But basically, it's this big book, and they've carbon dated it back to the 15th century. So, like, what, 1400? Is that how it works?
Yeah, 1404 to 1438.
So, basically, it's written in a different language. So, there had a whole bunch of, like, experts come in, code breakers and stuff, trying to figure this book out. And they analyze it and everything, and they notice common patterns that would be found in any language, and the grouping of words and stuff like that, and symbols, and the way it was not something that they were saying it was. They've determined that it is not a random generation of letters that would come from a letter generator or word generator.
Okay.
It's too structured, like it would be in a little actual language, but I guess it has some pretty far out drawings in it. But they don't know where it came from. They don't know who wrote it. They don't know what it says. But they've dated it back to like the 1400s, so that the theories out there, maybe it was an alien writing in a journal while he was imprisoned in a monastery or something like that, or maybe it was written by Leonardo da Vinci, or just
Right. It does kind of have like a Da Vinci look to it,
yeah.
I suppose. Did it come from his area? It says here that some dude bought it in 1912. The manuscript is named after the Wilfred Voynich, a Polish, I'm not going to try to pronounce that, book dealer who purchased it in 1912. Some pages are missing, with around 240 remaining. The text is from left to right. Pages have illustrations or diagrams, and some pages are foldable sheets. The Voynich manuscript has been studied by many professionals and amateur cryptographers, including American and British code breakers from both World War I and World War II. Have they tried to mess with it recently?
I don't think so. I mean, there's no way you're really going to be able to understand it if you don't have some sort of key or cipher.
Some kind of key. Yeah. Well, well, shit. There's some pictures of some titties up in there. That ain't too hard to decipher. She looked pregnant.
What are you doing?
Okay, so this girl has a rollier tummy. Looks like there could have been some birth before and some flabby titties. And this chick has perky titties and a very round belly, saying that she's pregnant.
What did you pull up?
Look, I got you. That's in the book.
Okay.
She has been pregnant before. She's pregnant for the first time. I just deciphered it, dude. It's just a pregnancy manuscript and the gift of life. That's all it's talking about.
Maybe it's... What if it's an alien version of the Kama Sutra?
What in the... what's Kama Sutra? It sounds familiar. Just refresh my memory.
I think it's... Was it Hindu or... I think it was like Indian or Hindu.
Oh, the sex thing?
But the sex book.
Sex book? I think it is.
Kama Sutra.
I think those are the Hindus, the religion.
Okay,
I think most Indians follow. Yeah, and then.
I am not.
Hey, we're here to learn. We're only 27. We're 27, man. We're still learning as we. I mean, I think you should read more, or just watch some.
I'm still pretty childish.
History videos or something. Reading's great.
Math.
Reading's great. See, look at this. Hang on. Let me look at this. Okay, she's not pregnant. She's pregnant. She's laying down. There's some stuff filtering. What in the fuck? See, I think this is a medical book of some sorts.
Think so?
Yeah. Oh, there's a dragon in it.
Okay. How to treat a dragon burn.
See, it even says resembling a dragon. Detail of page 50. Resembling a dragon.
It looks like Puff the Magic Dragon. He looked like...
Dude, yeah, he's probably out there. He was like, hey, the best way to give birth is to be really high on weed. So that, because everything else is too poisonous. So that's the best kind of... That's the one I was talking... That's like a cell sack. Like your chromosomes or something coming together.
Nah, dude, that just looks like they're getting down in a hot spring, dude.
Oh, maybe. You might be right. Oh, shit. Hang on. Oh, that's representative of an umbrella and pina coladas. I see. They're just getting lit in a hot tub, dude. They're out there bathing. See, they're talking about this is a health book. They're talking about cleanliness.
Nah, dude, that's the old version of YouTube vlogging where people vlog their lives going on these awesome vacations. They just write it down like, dude, I chilled in this hot spring, bunch of females.
Oh, wait.
These cool dudes came in. We all vibed out.
What is this?
Came across a dragon.
This is interesting. So this looks like some type of robotic drawing. Look how that looks like robotic. Sorry. Oh, Jesus.
What?
Yeah, see how it's like robotic and the human has wings? Man, I wish we had Hayden here to be throwing this up on the screen for you guys. I will
definitely bring it back up and go more in depth.
Actually, we can just throw it in post-production. We can just throw some of these images up maybe. I don't want to make any promises. I might get lazy, but yeah, we could go back through. But for reference, we're just on Wikipedia looking at the Voynich manuscript, and if you just scroll along the side, you'll see all the pictures that we're talking about.
But I would like to go into it a little deeper with Hayden. I think he would get a kick out of that.
Well, I can read up on it for this weekend, and we can talk about it more in depth. So it's just a book that nobody can decipher.
Yeah.
See, here's a
but
castle.
They carbon date it back to the 1400s. So it's like, man.
What the fuck was that? Where'd they get? Do they know of its origin? Like where it came from? Did they mention that?
Perfect opportunity for information for you to look up for this weekend.
I'm not the stick man.
You said you were gonna read up on it.
Yeah, for next week.
Exactly.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Origin.
You're the stick man today.
Okay, place of origin possibly Italy, so they don't know.
Yeah.
Possibly Italy. It could just be like a secret society type thing.
It could be Da Vinci's book, man. Especially after seeing those mechanical drawings and stuff, because didn't he invent some crazy contraptions and stuff?
But so what's the language, though,
It's probably his own secret text that only he can read, that he created.
Fucking hell, dude.
You just never know.
Things that make me feel inferior to the rest of humanity.
There could have been a secret society that language, and they had a key, or they just knew it. Something they learned. It's crazy.
There's
dude.
also some like
Crazy
weird star chart going on in here, and dude, that's weird. I can see why it piques people's interest because it's so. Just I don't know. You just want to know what these fucking things are.
If you could just figure out a few letters.
On Wikipedia, Wikipedia you can't always trust because anybody can go in there and edit. But on Wikipedia
is a decent starting place.
It's decent for the most part because it's moderated. But I can come in here and edit this and say this was for sure Da Vinci's.
I would not use Wikipedia if you are trying to obtain your PhD.
No.
Do not use Wikipedia as a source.
Thing since fucking you're taught that shit in elementary. Like, don't do it.
Yeah, that was all the teachers. I better not see Wikipedia on there. Well, I never gave it any.
So there's a key on here. Various transcription alphabets have been created to equate the Voynich characters with Latin characters to help with cryptanalysis, such as the extensible Voynich alphabet. I don't know. Huh. But for some reason, they have a key for certain letters. I don't know. What does it say?
Because if you can get a few letters deciphered to make out a couple words, then you can start plugging those in other places. And
yeah. Huh.
Because that's how they use the
T. I don't know, man. You would think. I don't know. We need to look into it more. We'll save that one. Because they had a key for it. Who knows what the... That's just something we'll have to find out if it is just their way of, like, putting a fucking thing on it. Or if it actually translates. But this wouldn't be as interesting if it actually translated, so...
Right.
I'm confused. But...
Kicked my table. Our table. The table.
The podcast table. All right, man. You want to wrap this up? We were talking about doing an early one. It's already 11:11, and you got to go to bed for work tonight. So
Yeah, I do work a full-time job.
This is only an hour and a half long or so, probably, which is okay.
We wanted to make sure we get some content out there so we can try to keep rolling out some weekly updates.
Yeah, I fell asleep. That's my bad. Oh, it was good, though. It was good sleep.
I'm going to get you that slap alarm clock. Did you ever see that
Fuck
video?
that.
Where it's that rubber hand that just smacks
For one,
them?
I can't sleep in a stationary position for that to be effective. It'd have to have a face tracker so it could find my face because I move around so much when I sleep. So that's not going to work.
We'll make sure it has like a full sweeping motion of your bed, like it has that radius.
Jesus. That's some like, what's that show on TV where it's like a water obstacle course and they're running along? And
Wipeout.
Wipeout. It'd be like one of those fucking things coming along. Oh my God. That'd be the worst way to wake up. That's the worst way to start your day.
Get your ass out of bed though.
You know what I had set up for my alarm that I really liked was it would wake me up and just be like some really light music with some like bird sounds, and it'd be like, "Good morning. Today's it'd go through the temperature, time, and then it'd be like, "Here's some news articles for today." And one time it said some really weird shit about Trump, and I couldn't find the article, and I was like half asleep, but it was saying some shit like death and demons and shit. And it said Trump, and I was like, how is this a news headline? What in the fuck? And I tried to find that news article all day, and I was like trying to search through the history of Bigsby and seeing if I could find it on there. Nothing. But that was weird. I wish I had woken up to like really look at it and be like, what the fuck you just say, bitch? Because it was weird. Anyways,
just being groggy, and
that's what you call right there a Midwest goodbye.
I was just getting ready to say that. I was literally just getting ready to say that.
That's how it's done. Hey, so anyways, guys, shit, that hurt my face. If you like, drop a thumbs up for us. Subscribe to the channel. You can follow us on social medias. We don't really have much set up but our Twitch. Twitch is Clouds and Coffee. My Instagram and Twitter's, I don't really use Twitter, but it's Capuchin Monkey, CAPOOCHIN Monkey. And you don't have anything going for social media yet?
Nah, just my personal Facebook, but that's for family and friends. No, leave us a comment. No, give us some ideas, stuff. Any ideas to talk about.
If you got something, spitball it.
Anything interesting?
Don't hold back.
No, we want to know anything you'd like to see changed. Like I said, we're growing with you guys, so just let us know. But like I said, definitely leave a comment.
Absolutely. Hey, thanks so much for stopping by. If you've made it this far, if not, fuck you. No, I'm just kidding. Thanks so much for coming in, guys.
Yeah, man. Thanks for at least
have a good day, good night, wherever you may be. Peace out.
Drink plenty of water.